I got to tell a little story, a backstory behind this, but I grew up in a little town called Perryville. Anybody know where Perryville's at? It's Perry County. And I lived there in this little house right off of B Street, and there was this little rent house that was right across the road from where I lived. And I was 16, 17 years old, something like that, and this really good-looking blonde woman moved in this house. And I would see her every day. You know, I'd be outside or coming in or whatever, and she'd be out there in the yard, and I kind of had a crush on her, right? I didn't know who she was, so we all just called her Miss What's-Her-Name. Come to find out, her husband was a lawyer out of Little Rock, and anyway, him and her ended up splitting up and all that stuff. And a few years later, I moved to Nashville, and I just never could get that out of my mind. You know, I was like, I want to write a song about that. I want to write a kind of a, I don't know, quirky song about that. And the name of this song is called Miss What's-Her-Name, and you guys, by the time this song's over, you'll be going, what's her name, what's her name, what's her name? But anyway, when I moved to Nashville in the early part of 2003, a man by the name of Sammy Kershaw recorded this song. This was my first, I guess, song to ever get recorded by a major artist at the time. And so I'm really proud of it. I've been doing it for years. So I'm going to do it for you today. Called Miss What's-Her-Name. Feel free to help me sing it. So it's not hard. There's a new girl in town. She lived just down the road in a big old brown house. She drives a white Mercedes-Benz. The only thing I know for sure is I'd like to be her friend, but she don't know I exist. I've had my eye on her, and all I know is this, that I'm in love with Miss What's-Her-Name. Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name, yeah. She's the one for me, yeah. Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name. Rumor has it she's from Pittsburgh. Her husband was a big shot in a big law firm, but he left her for some teenage blonde. Word is he's unemployed and lives in Arkansas, and she's stuck here with me. She don't know it yet, but one day she'll see that I'm in love with Miss What's-Her-Name. Come on, y'all. Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name, yeah. She's the one for me, yeah. Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name. Now listen here. If we ever meet face to face, first thing I do is ask her, what's your name? I'm in love with Miss What's-Her-Name. Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name, yeah. She's the one for me, yeah. Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name, Miss What's-Her-Name. What's her name? I never knew her name, so I called her Pudding Tang. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same. Miss What's-Her-Name?